Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, sunshine, how's it going today? This is Coach Nate with the Blade Fit Academy, and today we're going to briefly talk about how we could use a sword in a self-defense mode. Okay, so this is going to be a very quick video. So the number one thing that we have to worry about is where our hands directing the sword. Okay, so we'll talk about stance another day. I'm right-handed. I'm not going to hold the sword at first. I'm going to show you with my hands so the sword doesn't distract you. It's very important that we do this. Have a good stance. I'm right-handed. The sword starts here, and the sword is going to finish on my left side. I'm going to cross my body with the sword, and I do that with my hands. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so I use my sword. I take my step. Again, hand starts on my right. They end up on my left. There's lots of different cuts out there, guys, but this is very fundamental, very basic. So now let's try it with the sword, okay? I have the sword like this. I'm in a good stance. I'm holding it to my right. I cut out with the sword, crossing my body, and I take my step, and it ends up on the left side. Why I want to do it like this? Because the sword is not only my offense, but it's my defense. And remember, this is the defensive use of the sword. So again, I cut and I step, right? I exaggerated that just so the Nazis don't get me, right? So I start here, I cut, the sword is protecting me, I'm cutting off that line of attack while I use that to cut. And simultaneously, because I start on my right and I'm crossing over my body, I'm generating power into my cutting force, into my blade, boom, like that. So that's the first lesson, guys, of basic sword cuts for self-defense. You want to stay safe as we cut. And, if I just cut straight like this, I'm leaving myself totally exposed. If someone else has a weapon and they're coming at me and our weapons are running parallel to each other, we're just chopping up each other. It's not good. So when I cut, I want to use a diagonal, right? Diagonal. So I'm crossing my body, I'm leading with the sword, I take a step. Now, if we cross blades, if he's cutting at me, then I will be able to displace his sword out of the way, especially if his tip goes to my, what's called the strong, right? If I can deflect that while I cut, I have displaced his sword, I have caught his sword in what we call the bind, and my body is safely on the other side of that bind, and my tippy part gets to cut him. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned for more, and be well, be wonderful, and I'll catch you next time. Take care, guys. Bye.